Nah, this shit cool.
Welcome, guys, to the Gulf Coast Music Podcast. My name's Q Steezy. Today's new wave is JaVese.
Yeah. That's good. Nice to meet
Great to have you on here.
you. Appreciate
JaVese doesn't listen to music.
it.
He was telling us before that unless it's his music, he doesn't listen to, and I respect that. But when it comes to finding inspiration, do you ever think that maybe you're missing out on how the game's changing music wise?
I actually just don't listen to music just because it's like I don't want to sound like nobody else.
Gotcha.
And nowadays, it's like a big problem.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel that then. I feel that. It's good to maintain your originality.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. In the Right Now music video, you had on the same chain that you have on right now.
For sure.
Can you explain the significance of RBM?
That's just where I'm from.
Okay.
My uncle actually came up with it.
Cool.
He had it tatted on him, so I was just like, all right, cool. It's
Cool. And does it stand for
Riverboy
anything?
mate. Yeah, Riverboy mate.
Riverboy.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's see. So you're performing at Soul Kitchen on Saturday.
Yeah, for sure. Y'all should come out.
Absolutely. It's at 8 p.m.?
9. The doors
9
open
p.m.
at 9.
Gotcha.
Performances start around 10.
Really looking forward to it.
Appreciate it.
I've never been to Soul Kitchen. I've heard great things. Have you ever performed there before?
Nah, this is my first time. I'm happy about it actually.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you
It's a big part of Mobile.
Right. Do you perform around Mobile typically?
I used to. I kind of took a break from it just to focus more in on my craft, just to learn myself more.
Good.
Yeah.
Speaking of learning yourself more, I was listening to Waist Deep from 2021, I think, is when you dropped that song.
Yeah. 2021.
And it seems to have different production than you have nowadays.
Actually, it's the same studio, just
Same
different.
studio.
Same studio.
Y'all progressed, yeah.
Yeah. You had to find his levels to it. You had to find yourself. Yeah.
Absolutely. What was that progress like of a process like of learning your sound?
Just staying in the studio,
Right.
being consistent, being willing to learn, open to learn.
Right.
Yeah, so that's just one of them processes to where time tells.
Yes, absolutely. How many hours a week do you spend in the studio?
I may go like 4 or 5 times out of a week.
That's tough.
It depends on the schedule, what the scheduling of the studio
Right.
is for real. So this week I may be in there 4 or 5 hours. But other than that, like it may be consistent over days.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you believe in like having to live in order to come up with ideas for music, or you should just lock yourself in the studio until something pops up?
I feel like you gotta go through
Right,
things
right.
to actually be able to talk about stuff.
Mm.
But you can just lock yourself in the studio, but at a point it gets tiring. So you kind of need to go out and experience life a little bit too. So you just won't be in there just rapping about anything.
Yeah, and you can kind of go crazy at a certain point.
Facts.
Right. But with regard to performing at Soul Kitchen, what's your typical? I mean, you said you hadn't performed in a while, but when you were performing, what's your typical like rehearsal like?
Honestly, standing standing in the mirror.
Okay, good. At least it's something. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
standing
good.
in the mirror.
That's good. Yeah, I think that's a lot of artists these days, just because we're so busy. You got to knock out something. But yeah, as long as it's not
making sure you know the song.
right.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah.
But I used to perform a lot though. I used to perform in church, all kind of stuff. So I'm kind of used to performing. So that's always been easy to me.
Tell me about that performing in church.
They used to have me leading, actually.
And you said you didn't know how to sing.
I never do. I never understood it.
Imagine if you learned how to sing, man.
Yeah, I never understood it.
That's like if Zion learned how to shoot.
Nah, that's crazy.
No, it's cool though. But what was you would just sing every Sunday in church, or
Every other Sunday.
okay,
It
cool.
wasn't like consistent, but it was like every time they needed somebody to lead, it was me.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. Let's see. How do you choose your songs for this upcoming performance? Is it just the hits, or
I'm just gonna let the people decide what's the most listened to song, stuff like
Right.
that, and then probably like do a poll on Instagram,
Instagram poll?
just to get the people that
Right.
the people that support me to interaction make them want to come out.
Absolutely. It'll make them feel important.
Yeah,
Not
facts.
that, yeah, it'll make
Have
it.
them have them engaged.
Exactly. They'll be
Yeah,
like,
that's the
oh,
word I'm
I
looking for.
chose, that song to be played. Yeah, that's
Facts.
awesome. Where did the name JaVese come from?
That's my middle name.
Right.
Yeah. So my name is JaVese. So I wasn't too fond of like looking for any kind of name. Just
Yeah.
I know I was gonna get tired of it one day, so I just like, fuck it. Like,
I like that reason. Yeah. After this episode, I will no longer be called Q Steezy. I'm getting rid of it now that you said that. I'm just Quincy. How long have you been rapping?
I've been rapping for a while, but seriously, I say about 3-4 years now. Like seriously, taking it on a serious level.
You've done really well, it seems, in 3 to 4 years.
Yeah. I came a long way.
Right.
My first couple of songs, I never made it to the studio. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think a lot of people can say that, man. Sometimes you just got to throw a rock in the water.
Yeah, facts.
And if it sinks, it sinks,
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
A lot of people out here.
Yeah. What do you think you dedicate the most to the success that you've had so far?
Right now, probably the content. Trying to get content because I feel like content is probably like the biggest thing that need to be
absolutely
handled. Yeah.
Who shoots your music videos?
Shay shot it and Dead End. Shot by Dead End.
Shout out Shay.
Yeah, shout out Shay and Dead End.
And Dead End, nice.
Yeah.
What's when did you meet Shay and Dead End?
I met Shay at college.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I met Shay at college and I met Dead End through Shay because of somebody else. It was a situation I was having with another camera person, and it just ain't go well. So that's how I ended up getting meeting up with Dead End. So just take it as it is.
Yeah, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, facts.
Where'd you go to college?
I went to college at Coastal.
Gotcha.
Coastal, Alabama. Yeah.
Gotcha. We played them in basketball and lost by 40 points for the last 2 years, but finally beat them. It was crazy. We beat them this past year. So
y'all must be bad in basketball.
No, we're not bad. They're JUCO and we're a JV team. It's like a secondary team, and they're just like 6'8" guys, and I'm
not
like,
gonna play it.
Right.
Some of the basketball players at Coastal, they dogs. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
they dogs.
Yeah, especially not to get off into the basketball subject, but after the COVID year, a lot of guys went to JUCOs, and there was like D1 talent and stuff.
Facts.
Right, but no, that's cool though. It seems like in your discography, you spent a lot of time releasing singles and EPs, and only recently, in 2024, did you release an album.
Yeah, facts.
What was the strategy behind that?
A lot of people was being my Instagram down about me dropping a project. I never.
That's a good problem to have.
I'm not gonna lie. It was kind of hard trying to put it together.
Right.
Just because I never did it before.
Right.
Like it did good numbers. It did like 30,000 in the first week.
Nicely done, bro. How does that feel?
It felt good. I was excited. I ain't gonna lie. Like it was just I was excited because it was like I really took my time to put this together for y'all, and y'all actually
fall through.
Yeah.
I fall through and y'all fall through.
Facts. So it felt good.
It's funny as an artist, like you work with your audience. You know what I mean?
Facts. And that's a big part too. A lot of people don't understand that.
Right. You kind of have to count on your audience to. Yeah, it's definitely an entrepreneurship field. With regards to the features that you've had, how do you make those connections typically?
Actually, through Instagram or a couple of people through Instagram or to people that know them mutually.
Right.
I know them mutually through like on the project I had Fat Mac on the project. I actually know him through just passing each other through in the studio.
Right.
Ziggy, I know him. My engineer actually called him up for me, like, come through the studio.
Right.
And he just ended up coming through the same day. Knocked out the verse. Rylo, I know through him through family.
Nice.
Yeah, I know him through family. That's how I ended up getting in contact with him. So
That's a great family friend to have.
yeah, facts.
Yeah. No, it's cool in music. You hear a lot of stories like that where, yeah, I was just in the studio at the right time. Like the first song I think of is "Congratulations" by Post Malone and Quavo, and they just like were at the studio and they made that song in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, it's
That's crazy.
most money they've ever made off of 2 minutes. You know,
Crazy work.
right. So yeah, that's kind of the beauties of the industry, I guess.
Yeah.
What's the new album all about? What's your purpose? What's that?
What's your purpose? It was just more so just trying to get people to understand what my purpose is and what's my reasoning for wanting to get out of what I'm in.
And what do you think?
Where I'm at in life.
Well, what's a general theme of what you're in?
Just you see people all kind of ways, like drugs, killing, all kind of stuff. So just like the general population, what's going on in today's time is like what's big. It's just like, bro, I done traveled a lot.
Right.
And you go to these different cities, it's like, all right, it's still there, but it's like it's not really like.
It's not as
Maybe more so because I'm here instead of there.
Right.
And I'm just going on a free will, free mind. I ain't got to worry about a lot of things that I'm here worrying about.
Do you think you feel more secure in the safer spots, even though you didn't grow up in them?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, no, I feel safe at home.
Really?
But
even though it's might be more
yeah,
dangerous.
it's kind of.
That's an interesting.
Yeah,
phenomenon.
it's kind of kind of hard to speak on because it's like I feel safer here because I know here.
Right.
But like when I'm in somewhere else, it's like all right, I don't know what's around here. Like for instance, go to Atlanta, right? I'm not from Atlanta. I go to Atlanta, have a great vibe. Go to a club, I come back out the club, my window broke.
Oh, what the hell?
You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like you just never know.
Yeah.
What going on?
Yeah, a problem with your car is like that and like an injury are just like two things.
Just anything. Like there was just like a small example, like of when you going somewhere else and you don't know what's going on. Like,
right.
What could happen in that area that you're in.
But like in terms of stuff that could delay your life, like I feel like a problem with your car, like an injury on your body, is just something that'll just blindside you and just mess up like an entire week, you know?
Facts.
Yeah. What's your favorite spot to travel to?
Orlando.
Disney World?
Nah, I ain't never been to Disney World.
I think Orlando's.
Yeah. That's where it's at.
Yeah.
I never been to Orlando, but the last time I just recently visited Orlando, and I crazy, but it was kind of like an eye opener. You go to these different places, you never know who you may see. We was in the mall, I see Rod Wave standing right next to me,
just chilling.
Like he walking and he walking dead ass next to me. I'm like, what the hell? Damn, that's Rod Wave.
Right.
Hey, like,
everybody, what's it like in your city?
Facts.
No, that's awesome.
That was a great trip. We got stuck in a hurricane and everything.
What was the funniest story from the hurricane?
Yeah, we got stuck on the
Between breaking your car window and being in a hurricane. God, you're asking for it.
Man, tell me about it. We was on the side of the road driving, like you got the lanes. We was on the side of the road trying to get past traffic to get back to Mobile.
Right.
Great time was that.
Yeah.
Great time.
What's the funniest story other than the hurricane from the Orlando trip?
I don't know. It was too many good moments to even like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's too good.
Christian's saying if you can kind of rotate this way for that camera angle. I feel you.
Perfect.
What happens in Orlando stays in Orlando.
Yeah.
What about Miami? You ever been in Miami?
No, I never been to Miami. I passed through though.
Yeah.
Passed through, but never just been.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to go there.
Stays in Miami too.
Yeah. Fair enough. Well, other than what's your purpose? What other promotional strategies do you have for it besides this concert on Saturday?
Just getting out, reaching the people. Actually doing footwork, not just through social media. Like, well, you know, Mobile parades and stuff going on. So, you know, I'm out there promoting it, helping the promoters
help
me.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Actually, real like footwork. I'm talking about walking for hours.
Man, I was in the mall about a few weeks ago, and I have these barcodes, and like if I see anybody, I'll like hand them a barcode, and it's just got like a link to my music, you know.
Oh yeah, that's hard.
Went to the mall, and
I got a crazy story about that
one. Mall cop just tracked me down, kicked me out.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I got a crazy story about that.
Come on.
Like, I was in Atlanta and I had some cards on it with my QR code on it.
Right.
I was in Atlanta. I'm at Lenox Mall.
Is that a big mall?
Huh?
Is that a big mall in Atlanta?
Yeah, there's a well-known mall in Atlanta. So I'm in Atlanta. I go in the mall. I'm passing them out. They kick me out of the mall. All right, cool. Go outside. Start putting them on cars.
Right.
It's laminated. So I'm thinking like, this ain't gonna get stuck. It started raining. It started raining. It got A dude tagged me on social media on Instagram. He was like, man, I'm not gonna lie, your music better be hard. It got stuck to his windshield and it was a rental.
And now he's a lifetime fan.
So I don't know. He followed me though. He was like, your music hard, but you gotta pay for this you gotta pay for this to be removed.
Wow.
I was like, damn, it's crazy.
Shoot, man.
So
those fans are stuck with you now.
Yeah.
That's funny. How often do you visit Atlanta?
Very often.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe like, sometimes it'd be like 3-4 times a week. Sometimes.
3-4 times?
Yeah.
Do you have family over there, or do you just for business?
I got a couple of people out there, and I go out there to handle business also.
And what type of business?
Music.
Right.
Yeah,
but
like just trying to network. Basically with the artists that's out there.
Yeah.
Not even, it may not even just be about music all the time. Like,
right.
I'm more so on the chill top, so I don't even really be bringing up music like that to like people that I'm trying to.
Right.
I'm saying network with.
Right. I mean, it's sometimes the networking.
It's just about the relationships.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because it's you can't just be like, hey, here's my music, and
because they're gonna think you fanned out. Like,
right.
I'm saying.
Right. It's cool when you're traveling up there and you're thinking about how you're going to go about business up there. What's your typical process when you immediately hit Atlanta?
Probably find a studio.
You just
find a studio. Probably like try to shoot a video or something. Just do something different scenery. Mobile, a lot of people use the same spots. If you watch my videos, you can kind of tell like I don't shoot videos
in Mobile.
Yeah, in Mobile.
Right. Everybody goes downtown typically.
Yeah, typically. Yeah. So
when you hit the studio though, have you already had it booked, or do you just go in there and try to meet people?
Try to have it booked.
Right.
Yeah, try to have it booked because you never know about their schedule.
And what type of studio are we talking about?
Probably it's like a home setting.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a home setting. It ain't really too much of actually going into like patchwork or nothing like that. It's more so just
right.
Somebody just go in the studio at they have like studio, a lot of home studios.
How are you going to meet an artist at a home studio?
You would be surprised.
Really?
Yeah, you'll be surprised.
They just
like a lot of people book them type of studios because they like that more of a vibe.
Sure.
Than spending $100, $120 an hour just to, you know what I mean?
Right, and some fancy setup.
Yeah, fancy setup.
You lose your self-identity.
Music come from the home, the crib.
Yeah, of course. You have that self-identity.
Facts.
At home cooking if they got food.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Nah, just you don't get no food. You probably gotta pay extra for that.
That's awesome. Well, I think that's all I can come up with. Is there anything else you'd like to promote?
I plan on dropping another album soon. I don't have a date yet, or a name, but I'm planning on dropping another album soon. Show this weekend at Soul Kitchen with Boston Richie. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at _JaVese, JaVese, on all platforms.
Simple, easy to find.
Yeah, simple, easy, and fun.
With the Boston Richie connection, with booking Soul Kitchen rather, what was that process like?
I actually just got a call and said, he was like, do you want to perform with Boston Richie? I was like, yeah. He was like, cancel everything for that weekend. I was like, all right, cool.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's how you know. Yeah.
Dropped out, literally fell out the sky.
Was it somebody that you'd worked with before and met?
Yeah, Streets was watching.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, Streets is watching. Shout out to Streets is watching.
Nice. And is that a promoter or?
He all around.
He just does everything.
Yeah, he do everything.
Just a guy that has it all.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well known.
Yeah.
Well known.
I feel like you have a lot of people in the music industry like that.
And that's oh, go ahead.
Where it's like, you ever watch Shawshank Redemption?
Nah.
It's a movie that it's set up in a jail or a prison, and Morgan Freeman plays this guy that can get anything for anybody. Where like, basically. Yeah. He can get cigarettes, he can get posters.
Facts.
If you find the right people in the music industry like that have connections.
Yeah, and it's crazy because bro have a lot of connections.
Right.
Like, you'll be surprised. Like
the streets are watching.
Yeah, the streets is watching.
Yeah, the streets are watching.
The streets is watching. A lot of artists that come through, that's kind of like on the rise or on the come up or anything, they contact him. He may come down. They may come through here.
Interesting.
And just tap in with bro. And he probably set up a meet and greet or something like that. Like yeah, with a lot of people. I didn't went to a couple of them.
Nice. I'd love to have him on here. So I'll reach out to him too.
Thank you for you.
Well, thank you so much, JaVese.
I appreciate you for allowing me to come, man.
Absolutely, bro. It was great to have him. Y'all tune in to the latest wave on the Gulf Coast Music Channel. Have a good one.